Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your Energy Booster Academy. This is once again Janice Padilla, and today we are gonna talk about the law of curiosity. So last week, we talked about the law of trade-offs. So which means like if you wanna move the needle in your life, if you wanna grow, then you need to choose better decisions for your life, and just knowing what it is, or just having the clarity on what to choose will determine how you're gonna how you're gonna move forward with your life. And so, if you are watching live, I want to know where you are coming from before we start the class. And so I can give you a shout out. And um, I want you to engage. I want you to tell me what your thoughts are about these laws that about the laws of growth, especially in tonight's episode. We're going to talk about the law of trade-offs. But first and foremost, if you would like to see the notes, if you would like to access with the complete notes of the 15 laws of growth, go ahead, scan this QR code, and then you will get a PDF and a free download from me. And so, without further ado, let's begin the class. All right. So the law of curiosity. Um I think I love this law because if we want to grow, then we need to question things, and we won't be able to grow if we are not curious enough on how we're going to make things better, right? And so John Maxwell said, growth is driven by wanting to learn more. I don't know which aspect in your life that you want to learn more. Yeah, like, if you want to grow your relationship, then you're gonna focus on that. You're gonna spend time on learning how to do that, because it doesn't come as an autopilot. You and I will need to work hard on the things that we want to improve in our life. And so year 2024 is coming, and I hope you're excited. I am excited. And I want to know, what are you excited for 2024? Do you have any plans? Do you have any projects that you are looking forward? Are you looking forward to build a business? Are you looking forward to or are you looking forward for a promotion in your job? Are you looking forward to enroll to a masteral degree? So there's a lot of things. I mean, oh come on, let's move forward. Let's not stay where we are, because it's not gonna be exciting if we're just gonna stay flat on where we are. I mean, we don't be boring. I want your life to be more exciting too. But yeah, I know that the more that it's exciting, the more that I mean, you will be going out of your comfort zone. So we have already talked about that in our previous law. But then I'm excited for you. I want you to share what are you looking forward on the next year. um Maybe I'll before we we start this class, maybe I'll share what I'm looking forward for next year. I mean I'm just gonna focus on improving. I mean, sky is the limit. This year I have already launched a lot of projects. I founded your Energy Booster Academy, and I had been very consistent with your Energy Booster podcast. I had been so consistent in delivering one content every week. And I couldn't imagine that I could do that. That was a breakthrough, and all of this is a breakthrough. And so, like, looking backwards, it's when we checked and reflect what are the things that we did for the year, and then that's when we are able to determine how are we gonna move forward um after those achievements or um success that we have experienced for this year. So we would just want to try to improve every now and then. I mean, when you have big goals, you have to divide it into little chunks so that it will be achievable. Because when the goal is so big, and sometimes we underestimate or we overestimate what we can achieve in a year and underestimate what we can achieve in 5 years. So it's just like it's so unfair. Like we create a goal for a year that's so big and so huge that will only lead us to be frustrated because come on, it was not so smart, it was not measurable, it was not timely, it was too much to become a year, to become just a 1 year goal. So like again, we're just gonna say it again, we underestimate what we can achieve in 5 or 10 years and overestimate what we can achieve in a year. And so like when we are not able to achieve our goals in a year, and then we get disappointed and frustrated, and like we thought that that's not for us, but the truth is we just, I mean, if that is our passion, if that is what we love to do, and that is our purpose, I mean, that is your purpose, and that is what you think God wants you to do. And I don't want you to give up on that goal. Instead, I want you to keep on going and try to improve, because um what will help you achieve that goal is not the person that you are now, but the person that you will become. So instead, you should have to grow, because the amount of success of your business is equal to the amount of how much you have grown as a person. Indeed, personal growth is really something that, I don't know about you, but it is something that you can look forward to invest for next year. And then, it's a journey. You don't expect that when you enroll in a course or when you go to a seminar, you change right away. It takes time. It takes time. But yet, the moment that you decided and do it is the moment that you experience success. Because um you don't get successful by graduating to that degree that you have. You became successful when you enrolled yourself to whatever it is. Like, if you graduated as a nurse, as BSN, um the fruit, I mean, the end of that, which you graduate and you get your bachelor's degree, is not the success that it is, but the success started when you initiated or when you enrolled yourself to that course. And the graduation is just a celebration. And so when you take an initiative and start working on yourself in growing yourself every day, just at least knowing something new every day, that's when everything accumulates, and you will just be surprised if you don't stop. In 5 years or so, you can no longer recognize yourself and how much you've grown and how much success in life, not just monetarily, not just in finances, but most importantly, in your relationships. All right, so like, yeah, let's proceed. Let's talk about the law of curiosity. So Socrates said, wondering is the beginning of wisdom. If you don't try to wonder, like, how did it happen? Can it happen? So questions like that, because the quality of your life depends on the quality of the questions that you are asking yourself. So the more you ask, the more you will know. The problem is we already know the answer. Sometimes we ask for advice, but the truth is, we already know what to do. We already know what is the answer to that question that we have. But the more we ask, the more we know. So it is very important to always ask questions, to always be curious about things and how it's going and how it's, how it happened. So, John Maxwell said, some people are looking at things and asked why, while other people are looking at things as they could be and ask why not. Um, yeah, because when we say why not, then that's the time that we get creative. We tend to imagine, and that imagine, it starts with curiosity, and then comes imagination. Because, in curiosity, you tend to ask more questions, and then here comes imagination, and imagination creates more options. And when you have more options, then comes creativity, because creativity is the thing that will give you more solutions. So the more you ask, the more options you will get, and the more solutions that you will have to whatever it is that you want to find out about your life, or to whatever it is that, or like if you have problems and you're facing a problem. So the more you ask about it, the more you can imagine what are your options, and the more you get creative in finding solutions. Indeed, being curious is the answer to almost all of our problems. Because if we don't ask the quality questions, we don't ask how, I mean, why not, then we are blinded. We get stuck in, we just see the dead end. We don't see the options. But the truth is, there's just a lot of options. I was just talking to a colleague earlier, prior to coming home. I mean, like, yeah, he was having a dinner, and on December 8th will be his last day of working with us, and he's moving with his wife to Argentina because yeah, I mean, he shared to me that last June they had this notice that their apartment rent here in Nashville is increasing to $250 a month. And then they begun to ask, I mean, he said to his wife that, what are we going to do? I mean, we can move to Argentina because they bought a land there, and his wife originally was from Argentina. And then the wife's like, oh, shut up. And then he said, oh, shut up. I mean, why not? And so when they imagined that, that can be an option for them to have better life or better quality of life, then they were able to dig deeper and and investigate if that can be possible, if it's possible for him to retire early and move to Argentina, get their savings and live their life there. And like, I think that was really cool because I told him, like, yeah, I mean, why would you wait until you're 67? There are people who are working until 67 and die at the age, die in the following year. And so where is life there? I mean, yeah, he's only like, I think, on his 60s. And yeah, if he is not gonna retire, then he's gonna wait until he's 67 to go wherever he wants to go and do whatever he wants to do, and just do life according to his own terms. And I think that's really great. I mean, you see, um if we just try to be curious and question things, then when we get more options, we see the brighter side of life. Like, how is it so genius? It's so genius. And the more you ask, the more you become genius, right? Because you just learn more. So yeah, pretty it. I was just sharing. So yeah, I don't know where you are in your journey right now, but if you try to be curious, start to be curious, then more things are possible in your life. Because sometimes we stay where we are because we thought there's no more option. We stay in a job or in a place that we are no longer happy and we're no longer thriving because we thought that's dead end, when the truth is there's no such thing as dead end unless you're already dead. All right? No such thing as dead end unless you are already dead. As long as you're alive, there is hope, there is options, and there are solutions. So, how do we start? I mean, how can we be curious? How do we start being curious, right? John Maxwell said, we should have a beginner's mindset. We should act as if we don't know anything. The problem with us is we act as if we know everything and we don't want to learn anything when we are in that state. We always say sometimes, been there, done that. Or I already did everything to lose weight. Um, Can you tell me the things that you did to lose weight? I mean, they will say like, I already did a million things to lose weight. So can you tell me the million things that you did to see to try to lose weight? And then they'll say, oh, 1,000, oh, 100. And like, no, because if we already, if we already did everything that we can to make things work for us, then we might be already losing weight, right? So I just want you to know that there are lots of options if we just, stay curious. If we just crave for knowing more and finding out more and just to make things better. Because if we always ask the question, can it be better? Then we can do things better. So that's number one. Always be in a beginner's mindset. Number two, learn new things. This is so funny. When John was sharing about this learning new things, it's like, we need to learn new things in order for us to try new things. Because if we're only like, if we're only eating the same food every day, would it be exciting? Because I think it's not exciting. If we just learn one thing every day, then we grow 1% a day too. So how can we do that? By just reading, listening to something like, if you know which aspect of your life you want to grow or you want to improve the next year, you can start learning about it. If you want to improve your relationship, if you want to improve your decision making, if you want to improve your health, if you want to lose weight, then try to learn something new. Don't just stay on the things and believe in the things that you've known already. It's like we've known this thing for the past 10 years and we've been always doing that. And sometimes those things that worked for us 10 years ago will no longer work as of this moment. And so, I mean, if we will just try to move one step at a time, then and try new things, try one thing at a time, then we can experience life abundantly. Because abundance is not just about wealth
or finances. It's abundance of experience. In some of the most of the experiences are really not that much. I mean, just try new things, stuff like that. Make life better. It makes life better. Number three, make failure your friend. The problem with us, if the problem with us is we don't want to try new things because we are afraid to fail. We are already thinking that if we're gonna do one thing, we might just fail and we're just wasting time. Well, I want you to know that there's no such a thing as failure, but learnings. How will you know if it's gonna work or not if you didn't even try it, or if you didn't even persist to make it work, if you didn't give your all to make it work? And so make failure as your friend. Be a friend of failure, and never be afraid of failing, because yeah, in this life, in this lifetime, it won't be more it will be more exciting if it's if we're like riding in a roller coaster, like woo, woo, like something like that. I don't know about you, but yeah, I just thought of it. So yeah, make failure as a friend. Number four, be comfortable of being uncomfortable. Hi, Shamim. Thank you for dropping by. Yeah, on Friday, I just want to remind you, Sha, on Friday, I will have my webinar again. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna send you an email and yeah, to remind you. But yeah, number four, be uncomfortable with be comfortable of being uncomfortable, because when you become, I mean, if you just, I mean, if you don't become uncomfortable, there really no growth there at all. Yeah, thank you. Because I think when we go out of the comfort zone, that's when we are shaken and our character is being tested, our patience is being tested. And so if it happens, then we become better. But if we will just stay comfortably in wherever we are and not learn new things at all, then yeah, it's just a flat line. And if it's a flat line, there's no life there. So when you become curious, I mean, to become curious, just be comfortable of being uncomfortable, because when you try to learn new things and question things, then yeah, it's not really comfortable at all because your brain is working, right? And then number five, keep on asking questions. When we ask questions, that's when we know. Because the moment we stop asking questions, then we're gonna stop learning too. So yeah, I mean, sometimes what determines our growth is the questions that we are asking. If we are not asking questions, so we might as well question ourselves if we are learning and growing still. So, yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you stay curious. I hope you stay amazing. Um if you really want to grow, you have to do it intentionally. It doesn't happen as it is. It happens when you do it, when you intentionally um do it for yourself. Just try to learn one thing every day. Try to read every day. It's just seek, ask, and you will find your answers. And you find your answers, you will find the solutions to whatever it is that you are dealing with. So This is once again Janice Padilla, and I am so glad to be with you tonight. If you're watching this on replay, type in replay and let me know what your thoughts are about this content. If you want to know and if you want to access the notes for this content, please scan the QR code and you will have a free PDF to print or to download in your phone. And yeah, once again, this is Janice Padilla. Stay curious and keep on growing. I love you. God bless. Bye.